to start journey again to the peak. And the seventh message is in here, but some of the interesting things is value and performance. What get measured, get managed. Visualize the data is important milestone, CO2 emission, or waste generation, what's cost associated for waste generation or CO2 impact. But how they manage is very much important currently. Get measured should be managed. And there are much meaningful message is in here. And for that, I come up to this subject, creating shared value. CSR and beyond. CSR, maintaining CSR activity, it is necessary to have something additional value, to create something additional value from business viewpoint or from environmental viewpoint, engaging their stakeholders. That is the new kind of approach to have a sustainability status. And this is the actual booklet. You may take a look, or if you can get access to Google search for CSV, there are many, many good reading materials. So now I'd like to touch upon RICO. In RICO, we are 4 pillars of activity: energy saving, and resource conservation and recycling, pollution prevention, and on the other end, biodiversity protection. So there is a balance, and this side is environmental impact given to the earth. It's very much heavy, and the capability of earth, or maintaining recovery capability of earth, and because of too much heavy weight on this end, like this situation. Perhaps you may have heard that we are giving 140 to 150 times more environmental impact that can be absorbed by the natural activity of the earth. So, in other words, around August to September, we have already reached zero balance. From September to December, that is some overdue. And for that, our basic philosophy to change what we can do, change to what we should do. Can-do thinking is, we have achieved like this much revenue. So next fiscal year, we can improve our revenue or profit 10% more. So based upon what we can do, we set up something more. So that is, I think, a typical way of mentality, but it is necessary for us to change this type of mentality to what we should do, starting from the ideal society, set up certain long-term goal, and in order to achieve this long-term goal, we set up 2020 midterm goal, and to achieve this midterm goal, we set up 3-year business plan. Like our usual activity, starting from 9:30, we have a seminar here. So for that, I need to wake up at 7:30, have a breakfast, leave the hotel, for example, 8:45, and get here from 9:10 to prepare the session. So like this way, the goal is to start the meeting from 9:30. So usually we do like this, but the business plan is typically based upon what we can do. So this mentality needs to shift. We set up 2020-2050 environmental impact reduction goal in terms of energy conservation, pollution prevention, or resource conservation. For example, CO2 target is like this much. But our unique point is, this is not just talking about RICO internal impact, but the life cycle impact. And also another character is, this is not the efficiency target, but the absolute CO2 reduction target in entire product life cycle. So this is our life cycle analysis of our imaging equipment. We can purchase parts and components, raw material from suppliers, delivers to a manufacturing factory and make assembly. And then we can provide the products to global marketplaces at the customer. And during product usage, they can consume electricity and paper, and also some resources like a toner bottle, plastic material. And when we make analysis, 3/4 or more impact is generated at the customer's product usage steps. So entire CO2 impact from beginning to the end, it is our responsibility. So in order to reduce this much environmental impact associated for the consumer, how we manage, how we reduce is a very much important currently, starting from energy saving technology equipped with products. So in order to reduce this much impact, for example, in terms of CO2 impact, how we can create sustainable shared value to visualize and manage environmental and cost impact at the customers. So one information interesting for us is to have a customers' expectation to OEM suppliers. How they like OEM supplier to help them to have a green ID. Many things is measure energy use, set up some measure, monitor carbon emission, or set up certain, let's say, target, manage environmental impact. Those types of expectation are given from customer to OEM suppliers. But in order for us to think about all those expectations, we believe it is very much essential to think about sustainability status. We call triple bottom line. We think about something solution. Good for money, good for environment, and also most important thing is good for the people. So saving paper or saving electricity is good for economy, good for environment. But if it is very much difficult for casual operator to use our office equipment, actual goals cannot be achieved. So it is necessary to have an easy to operate and needs to have a productivity with less waiting time. That sort of parameter for good for people to use our system is very much important and key. So for that, we prepared various proposals given to our customers. But the key important message here is to work closely with our customer. Customer like to reduce their engaged cost to use office equipment, and they like to monitor and reduce and manage their cost impact, CO2 impact. So in other words, this is a kind of joint activity between DICO and the customer to manage. So on one side, we are working very closely to policymaker sector, like US EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, has established Energy Star program for various products and the system. And one of the system is office equipment or imaging equipment. And we worked very closely with US EPA policymaker side to establish very challenging goal. Well, in other words, what we propose then is to visualize good machine should be good, and machine with social specification should be social. And how we communicate with consumer is very much important. And for that, we suggest them to show energy efficiency data as well as easy to operate, how we can measure easy to operate those equipment. That is named recovery time. Quickly recover from energy saving status back to operational conditions, how quickly machine can recover and wake up and ready to operate, and how machine can save electricity. That sort of data is very much important. And now US EPA start communicating in that manner, starting from next year, January time.